You've entered the Houston Running Zone, the ultimate podcast for runners in the Houston area, featuring the everyday runners who inspire us, clubs, gear, races, and runcations. Houston, we've got the runs.
All right, today in the zone, I have an inspirational runner, and she is the founder of the Harmony Grace Foundation. I read her story and listened to a previous podcast episode that she was guested on. And of course, I look forward to learning more. And of course, sharing her story is Adriauna Davis. Adriauna, welcome to the zone.
Thank you so much, Keith, for having me. I'm excited to share it.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be great. I know that you started walking, now you're a runner, and I really wanted to get your story and definitely want to feature your nonprofit. Can you kind of share how you started as a runner and, let's just start with the very beginning. Like, why did you start?
So I started running. Let me back up. I started the Harmony Grace Foundation because I lost my 23-week daughter June 23rd. Oh, she was born June 23rd, 2018, after she succumbed to her illness in January of 2019. Well, before she passed away, I began to get frustrated in the NICU, where she called her temporary home. And I decided to take a walk around one of the nearby parks. And on that route, I ran into another mom who was crying her eyes out. So I decided to stop to check on her to see how she was doing. How can I help her? Well, she told me you wouldn't understand. So I told her, well, I'm praying for you. And we parted ways. Well, she stopped me and apologized to say, hey, I apologize, but I have 2 sick twins in the NICU and I just don't know what to do. And that's when I told her that I do understand what you're going through because I have a 23-week-old baby in the NICU as well. And she said, oh, you have the smallest baby in the NICU. And I said, yes, that's me. Harmony Grace was less than a pound, fighting for her life. So as this mom and I continued to walk, we had made it to 2 miles before her husband joined us on the route. And her husband joined us and we did 1 more mile. So that's how I started walking to relieve the stress that I was going through, to be able to converse with other moms and dads as well. So when I relocated to Houston, I start running with Black Men Run. I was introduced to Terry Love. And then after being introduced to him, I met Sky Shadow on the route. And I've been running with BMR ever since. And it has been an incredible journey for me.
Yeah, excellent. Well, I definitely didn't want to interrupt you, but I definitely want to back up, just kind of get a little bit more details as far as,
Sure.
I'm a father, but obviously I can't empathize as much because I'm not in the situation, definitely not a mother. So there's definitely a bigger connection, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have the situation, how do you leave the hospital just because you just kind of, there's nothing you can do and you just have to get the stress relief out, or how could you deal?
Yeah, it is very hard. It was a very traumatic experience. Sitting inside of that NICU, watching my daughter in the incubator, every day, right, nonstop, you cry, you're shedding tears, your heart is just filled with all types of emotions. So what better way to get out and get some fresh air? As parents, we hate, in a situation as such, we hate to leave their side. That particular day, I needed some fresh air. I needed to clear my mind because I'm constantly thinking, when is she going to be able to come home? So that day I needed, like I said, some fresh air. I continued to cry heavily, just nonstop. And that day I just decided, let me go take a walk. I needed to take a walk. Whether as I'm walking, I'm still emotionally drained. I'm still crying, but I just needed to get outside of the hospital because I was there 24/7. Even to the point where the doctors, the neonatologist said to me, Miss Davis, you need to go home and rest. I never left the hospital. I went to the waiting room whenever they changed shifts. and I would go right back inside of the NICU. But that day, it almost took a toll on me. So I knew I needed to get outside of the hospital, just to calm myself, calm my nerves, and just go take that walk that I needed. And it did help. It did help because then you realize, though every day you see the moms and the dads there, but you never have that conversation with them because they're so busy tending to their own children as well.
Mm.
So taking that step outside of the hospital and meeting another mom and dad while I'm walking because they're feeling the same thing. We're going through the same thing, it helps.
Yes. Thank you so much for sharing that. Because a lot of times people, they put their child first, but they forget to take care of themselves. And then it doesn't matter. I mean, you can't help out your kid if you're completely drained. So yeah, I appreciate you sharing that. So you did 2 miles and you've done 3 miles. And then is that kind of the way you continue to cope with the stress? And
Oh, absolutely. It has been 4 years now. I've gone to therapy. Therapy has really helped. I've been able to write a book, Perfect Harmony, My Journey as a Preemie Mom. I've been helped by that, by coping with the reality of what happened, right? Taking copious notes daily in that hospital. And then started the Harmony Grace Foundation. The reason I started the 5K event is because of my encounter with this mom along the route as we were just walking together and her husband joined us. So I started that to help other families come outside of the NICU, going back to that self-care. Let's take care of ourselves by exercising. And it started with 3 miles. It is still 3 miles, but just being on this, being a part of the running community now, I'm running up to 9 miles. I was a part of the Connect Well series with Julie, and that was my first 9 miles. So I am even thinking about doing the half next year.
all right, there we go. So your 5K that hosts, and obviously it goes to your nonprofit. When is that particular race?
So I try to host it every year in June around Harmony Grace's birthday. But next year, 2023, it will be June 10th, 2023. And the reason I had to switch it was some conflict with different parks. So I had to move it up. So June 10th would be our next race. But every year we try to center it around her birthday that last weekend of the month. But next year it would be June 10th.
Okay. Well, we'll definitely put links to your book, the race, the foundation, and everything else like that. And where's the race start? What's the starting location for the race?
So we're looking right now at McGregor Park.
Okay.
We are actually in connection, talking to the city of Houston right now on getting that approved. So, but be on the lookout for more details. Everything will be posted on Harmony Grace website in December. So we'll have all of those details listed.
All right, terrific. Well, I definitely want to talk about the community of running, because a lot of times people say, well, I'm not a runner. I don't, and they don't reach out to different clubs, and they don't reach out to different training programs, and they may get hurt. They may get burned out. They do things that they shouldn't be doing. So how did you move to Houston, and then did you find a running group, or how did it, how'd you get from 3 miles to 9 miles? There's obviously some magic there.
Yes. So when I moved to Houston, I was just browsing social media, Instagram, and I came across one of the running groups, and I said, okay, I'm gonna start going with them on Saturdays. Well, they were more advanced than I than I was, so I continued to run with them for some time until I went to a different running group. And at that different running group, that's where I met Terry. And when I met Terry, he said, well, you should come and run with BMR. Listen, no person left behind. We got you. If you want to walk, we'll walk with you until you build yourself up, because you didn't start out running, and we can get you there. And sure enough, they got me there. So every Saturday, whether it was 2 miles, I was able to run 2 miles and walk that last mile. The following week, whether it was 6 to 9 miles, well, I couldn't complete 6 miles. I was still walking. Then I would run some, walk some. So all of those men were just very supportive. Even if they can run 17 or more miles, they will always come back and say, I'm right here with you. I got you. I'm like, no, please finish your route. I don't want to be the reason you're not completing your mile. Oh, no, we'll get it in. And that's Rohan. Rohan, one of He's a really great runner. He will always come back and get me. Jonathan Sprinkles would come and get me. Leo would come and get me. They were very supportive. So just running with them every Saturday has built my strength and endurance. And just running and changing my mindset while I run, has helped me to get to my 9 miles. As well as Jay, I can't forget about Jay runs. I can't forget about him.
Yeah, we'll put links and we'll give shout outs to everybody because that makes a bit. And it's a good point that you said. I tried one. They're more advanced. I felt like I was holding them back, or felt left behind, or they left me. Either way, and then you found another group, because a lot of times people just forget about it and they quit and I'm not a runner. I think that's the term. But now that's cool. You found another group and you kind of found what works best for you. But I know that you also have other stuff going on, work and everything else. Like, how are you making times? Are you scheduling in your runs during the week and then having that long run on a Saturday, or because I always like to try to figure out how are people making it work? Because so many times we all have different ways of figuring out when to schedule in these runs.
Right. So that's a great question. They run all the time, right? These different groups are running all the time, whether it's in the morning time, whether it's in the evening time, they're always running. Well, as you mentioned, we work. So I also have a full-time job. So I try to get it in as early as 5 o'clock in the morning. So if I have an opening shift, I try to go at 5 o'clock in the morning, go to my gym and hit the treadmill. If I don't hit the treadmill, I'll go and do some strength training. So by lifting weights. If I have a day off, I would then try to meet up with some of the runners and run with them. Or I would just go to some of the running groups in the evenings, like City Center, Freaks Run Club. I would try to go to some of those, but those have to be on my days off. And then on Saturdays, it's in the mornings, 6:45 in the mornings. That works perfectly for me because I have all evening to do what I have to do. If I'm off and if I have to work at 1 o'clock, I've completed my run. So it's just making time, like you said, penciling it in. I know I have to run this day. What do I have to do to ensure that I run, but I can complete my other tasks as well?
So sometimes you have a morning shift, sometimes you have a night shift, sometimes you have a weekend shift. Okay, and you're making it work. All right. So people with regular schedules, what's your excuse? There you go. So
that's right. You can make it work if you want it to work. You can definitely make it work.
Yeah, but you mentioned like Freaks Running Club and with like City Centers, a lot of the FFP clubs, are amazing. Mm-hmm. They're all over the place now.
They are really over the place. I actually completed a 5K with Latinos run, so that's I got back into it then, and I'm running, like really, really running. So I did that, and then I just completed my first 10K with Lululemon about 2 Saturdays ago. So I did that, and I ran the whole thing. So I'm excited about where I've been taken, where I've come from and where I've been taken on this running journey. So I'm super excited.
Oh, excellent. So what are you looking forward to? I know you say you're talking about doing a half. When would you like to complete a half?
Ooh, let Jay Runs tell it. It's going to be in January. Okay. So it's one of those halves that's coming up. I would have to get the details, but I think it's in January. So I'm looking forward to completing my first half in January.
Oh, like as in a month and a half from now?
A month and a half from now. I'm looking forward to it, Keith.
All right.
Am I nervous? Yes. But I'm going to get it done.
Well, there's a 90% chance it's going to be good weather because it's normally cold, especially for the Aramco half. There's a lot of halves out there that USA Fit has one. There's a ton, which is great. You just pick one and you're there.
Well, look, we just recently with the Connect Well series run with Julie, raining, cold, and we got it done. So what I like about these groups, all of them, is that they really prepare you for whatever it comes, because you never know what the weather is going to be like. We're not going to always have warm and cool weather. It's going to be cold. It's going to be raining. But as Jay say, unless it's thunderstorming, they will not stop a race. You're going to always run. So they're always preparing you to get better each and every time. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's good. You had a training run in the rain. I've never had a training run in the rain before my first half or my first full. It's just the way it worked out. Get the hard one out of the way. But, before I ask you, the three lightning round questions, anything else you'd like to plug, give a shout out to that really helped you around your journey?
I want to just shout out, BMR and Latinos Run, Julie, all of those people who have inspired me to continue along this journey. Terry, who is like my right hand, who has definitely supported me, and that's Terry Love, because I have so many Terrys around. And I just want to say thank you all for everything and continuing to push me to the limit, like continue to push me to go forward.
There you go, everybody. Yeah. Find your committee, find your tribe, find whatever your cult, whatever you want to call it. There's running communities out there for everybody, which I absolutely love. So thank you so much. And I'll definitely put links to your book, which I didn't know about. The race and everything else that you have going on, especially your foundation. So, well, Adriauna, are you ready for the lightning round?
I am ready for the lightning round.
All right. Question number 1. Where's your favorite place to run?
My favorite place to run would be Memorial Park. And I chose Memorial Park because I know once you complete those 3 loops around, that's a math. And you know that you're done. So I love Memorial Park, but I love the atmosphere. I love the people out there that you can connect with and talk to, and you realize that you're not alone. So I love Memorial Park.
Have you ever seen the book, People of Memorial Park?
I haven't.
I'll put a link, and it should be behind me. I know we're audio here, but it's probably still on my coffee table because it's a really big book. It has stories of different people from Memorial Park. I mean, everybody from George Bush to Slim Thug to the people that are just all over the place. The fast runners, the everyday runners, the Birdman. It's really cool. I think you'll really enjoy it, especially since you run it and that's your favorite place to run. I'll definitely I'll shoot you a message after this episode. Yeah, it's really cool. And the lady that obviously put it together is from Houston. She lives by Memorial Park. She loves Memorial Park. Great story. I interviewed her like 2 years ago. It's pretty cool. So
nice. I can't wait. Yeah.
All right. Well, question number 2. I know you've just completed your 10K race. I know you're working on a half marathon in January, but look forward. What would be your favorite dream race? Like someplace you want to go? Maybe it's a runcation. Maybe you can just make up your own race and it's at a location. What would be your favorite dream race?
She's an inspiration to me. Tanya. Tanya is going to do the race in the UK in London. So I think I would have to follow behind her and say London would be my dream race. She's definitely inspiration. She also has a story. She has lupus, but running, she also runs with BMR, and she's an inspiration. So I would have to say London.
Excellent. Yeah, London. Follow her. Go to London. Stay to the left, not the right. But there you go. Excellent. You got to watch out crossing those streets.
Yes, you do. I've only seen clips of what you're referencing. So yes. But I would say London.
All right. It's out there. Whether it's next year and a couple of years from now, you put it out there.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. And question number 3, obviously we are, here for running, here for health, but we all have that guilty pleasure. What's your favorite culinary guilty pleasure?
Fried chicken.
All right. Any place particular?
Popeyes.
All right.
Popeyes fried chicken. Oh my goodness. I love me some fried chicken. Shame on me. I really just had some about 2 days ago. But I wanted it, I deserved it. I ran, So fried chicken. Yes. Oh my goodness. I'm so embarrassed.
We all have them. At least you can talk about it.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Adriauna, for all your time today. I'll definitely put up all the links to the episodes. And hey, congratulations in advance for finishing your half marathon in January.
Thank you so much, Keith. And thank you for hosting me today. I really appreciate it. You have a good one.
All right. You too. As always, if you want to become the first to find out about upcoming weekly episodes, simply hit the plus, follow, subscribe button. Depends on your podcast platform. And if you're on a podcast app where you can leave a rating and review, we always love it. Hey, give us 5 stars if you like it. And if you don't like it, give us 5 stars anyways. You made it through the whole episode. But more importantly, looking forward to sharing another episode next week.
Thanks for visiting the Houston Running Zone. If you know someone you'd like to be featured in the zone, go to thehoustonrunningzone.com and send us a message. Until next week, always remember, Houston, we've got the runs.